Well, welcome everyone. In this video, I want to share a brief introduction to what I'm calling my Woodcarving Knife Overview series. And over the last couple years, I have collected a number of knives from a number of different knife makers. And I've been thinking a lot about my experiences with those knives and wanting to share more detail about each one. So in this video, I'm going to share kind of the introduction, and in the other videos, I'm going to look at each one of these brands in particular. So the first thing that I want to share in this video is that this series will be an overview, not a review. What that means is I'm not going to come to the end of the video and tell you, hey, I give it 4 stars or 5 stars, or I do recommend or don't recommend these knives. Every single one of these knives, every knife maker that I'm going to highlight, I highly recommend. They're great knives. But you may not have the availability or ability to get all of them. So what I really want to do is help each one of you make decisions about which ones will fit your needs the best and get to understand a little bit more the feature set of each one of the knives. So as an example, when you purchase a knife, you're probably purchasing it based on an image that you see on a website that's going to be from this kind of angle. You see the front of the knife and that's great. You can see the blade well, you can see the handle from the side, but you don't necessarily see what does it look like this. You don't really see it in relation to other knives or in use. So that's what I'm hoping to show through these videos. I'll talk about some of my own preferences, but anything that I share really are just features that may be good, maybe reasons that you want a knife, maybe reasons that you would pick a different one over the other, but they're all excellent knives, all highly recommended. The second thing I want to note about these is that all of these knives have been used. Every single one of these are knives that I have used and I have tested. There's a few exceptions on certain things where I maybe recently acquired a knife, but most of these I've had for months, if not longer, and I have tried doing complete carvings with them. They're all things that I've tested and done. They're things I've purchased myself, not things that have been given to me or anything like that. Some of them are easily available and some of them are not easily available. And so in the videos, I'm not really going to talk about availability, but I'll put some notes in the video descriptions about how to get each of them. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the format of these videos. So I'm going to talk about 4 things with each of these videos. First, I'm going to talk about the blades. We're going to take a look at the blade shape for each of the knives and kind of what's offered and what they look like. The second thing we're going to look with each of them is the handles, and we'll talk more about what the handles look like on each one of these knives. And then the third thing I'm going to talk about is any extras that come with the knife or just extra things that are interesting about the knives. And then the last thing we'll do is a demonstration where I'll pull these out and give a little bit of a idea of how they actually function. So that's it. I hope that you enjoy the series in general and that this will be a helpful way for you to get to know each of these knives.